This isn't the way that I would like to set up for a video. Hi, YouTube, and all those who have subscribed to my channel and that, let me take my glasses off, that watch my slideshows and especially my videos. I want to thank you. This is Karen. I don't even know if I said that already or not. Anyway, this is Karen from Oklahoma, wanting to say hello to Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. I want you to know I'm thinking about you all the time. Like I said before, Jeremy has become a friend, a good friend, because me and him share so much in common. And he's my Aussie friend, and I'm his Okie friend, since I'm from Oklahoma. This is an update. I have went through my withdrawals from my Seroquel, Remeron, and Requip. That took 3 months. It started in April. Many of you have watched them, and that means the world to me, big time, because it lets me know that, that there's people that want to know things. They need to, see someone's experience and hear about it and see it as it's happening. So I hope in some way that maybe it brought you some comfort, like so many thousands, millions of people, that are on YouTube that do this about these psychotic drugs, what they're going through, what they've been through. It's helped me a lot. The more informative you are, the easier, the better it is to handle your situation, on whatever medication you may be, on, and trying to taper off, trying to get off completely. All these videos are on here from all these people for everyone who needs reassurance, needs ideas, because everybody, although there's so much that is similar, and there is so much that is different, depending on a drug, how long you've been on it, what type of drug it is, what your doses are, and you as an individual. We all share the same things in common, that we are on these drugs for reasons that are the same. Mood disorders, all kinds of disorders, mental illness, mental disorders. That's why they put us on these drugs, which in the short term, however long that may be, for each individual, is different. And we know now that the longer that you're on these medications, the more problems you will have during your life. A lot of health problems arise from these drugs. Your disorders will worsen. And a lot of people don't know what's going on, you know. And it's these drugs. It really is. You know, there's antidepressants, anxiety medications. There's so many medications, and the psychotic drugs, like the benzos, the anxiety pills, are everything's addictive. It may say it's not addictive, but you be on it for some people, you know, not very long time, and some for years or most of their life, and then trying to lower the doses, just lowering the doses. You know, the withdrawals are insane. You know, they are intense, they are horrific, you know, and a lot of them is no different than getting off of heroin, which, you know, really should be in a detox, you know, center, hospital, whatever, you know, to probably get the proper care that you need. And of course the downside of that is that the things that they give you to help you get off, then you have to get off of those, you know. So it's a catch-22 thing, you know. No matter what you do, whatever you try. But because everybody's different, and because our professional doctors and psychiatrists, you know, none of them agree with each other, like I said before, and none of them, there is no formula. There is no formula, a surefire, foolproof formula for getting off of a particular drug, because there's, you know, there's so many different, I mean, people are different. Their cosmetic makeup is different. Everything about an individual can be different. So it's going to be different for everyone. And thank God for people out there that, you know, make these, you know, document these videos about, you know, mental illness, drugs. You know, they're helpful. You know, the more of them you watch, yes, it gets very depressing. It really does. And sometimes it gets very repetitious, because you know, nothing's scripted. It's you know, as it happens, just talking about it casually, you know, is all you can do. I mean, because it's for real, you know. And that's why I decided to do it back in April, when I decided to lower my doses of Seroquel, Remeron, and Requip, which I take at night for sleep. Of course, the Requip is for restless leg because of the other two. I started in April. Try to keep documenting, you know, on my really bad days, but, you know, I never recorded the things that you experience, the actual, you know, things that were happening. You know, you don't get that on film. Some people do, but, you know, I didn't. It's too difficult, and oh man, I don't know. It's just too difficult to do that, because you sure don't feel like filming something like that. and really wanting somebody to see it, especially when it's intense and really bad. And everybody's withdrawals is somewhat different, but most of it's all the same. So now it is September. Today was September 11th, 9/11 anniversary. And this is my second day of my Remeron, which I went down from 30 to 15 and started night before last. This is day 2, the end of day 2 of cutting my Remeron in half again, and that brings it to 7.5, what is it, milligrams, whatever. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I've been on it for 10 years more, more actually. I've been not good, like I say, I might look alright right now. I had to go to my psychiatrist today, and I wanted to make this just to let everybody know. I'd made an update, how I was doing. The truth of the matter is, my head is my mind, and everything in the brain, that used to be functional and okay, is malfunctioned, and now even worse, because these are mood stabilizers, and my brain was already messed up. I had already been going through years of major things, and so many drugs, let me tell you. So many different drugs, and this is going to keep happening, and I don't know why. This is a new camera. Technology stinks as far as I'm concerned, for me. So I have to clip these together. So it makes me in a hurry, and then I lose my train of thought and everything. But anyway, okay, the Remeron, I am doing this because I want to see how far I can get, how far I can go getting my medications lowered or maybe completely off one. I have a sleep disorder, that's why they gave it to me in the first place, those two together, to sedate me, to help me to sleep, which they do. Everybody knows that they are very sedating. The sedation isn't like it was. That's the only good thing. The rest is still really messed up. I still can't drive. I still can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I have to have my husband drive me to the doctors. My desire, I don't have any happiness is not a thing. It's fleeting, short, if I have any. What else am I going to say? The sleeping is a little more difficult, I have realized. It has really changed, the dreams and the waking up constantly. The way I feel in the morning is horrible still. Freaks me out. I don't look forward to every day because, you feel sick all the time. and it can come in waves. You know, it is a sickness that, yeah, sometimes you get sick, you throw up your food, and then all the health issues that you've inherited along the way from being on these drugs, like me being on that blood pressure pill, which really, me struggling all the year before that, and then getting on that blood pressure pill with all these other drugs that I'm on, put me in such a bad place that, it was just suicidal for months in total silence. That's how bad I was. And the only thing that changed, like I had said before, why I started this in my 4-part video, is because I had to try to do something to see if it would help. And it did. I got off the blood pressure pill. Hooray for that. I did that. I was able to do that. Proof. I meant, I've got a list of things that have went wrong with my body and, heart and everything else. And it's all because of these drugs, because I'm on so many of them, and they're serious ones. And, they're toxic. They're not good for you forever, They're going to start doing things. And some people just have to live with that. And some people, like a lot of us, choose not to, because sometimes we can't live like that anymore, so we have to do something. And that's what I did. It's very seldom, if I get stressed out really, really bad, for whatever reason, I can't handle stress, not even the teeny weeniest bit, not even. The migraines are intense, the uneasiness, the constant adrenaline, feel like you're coming out of yourself. Check your blood pressure. It's like 160 over 120. Take that blood pressure pill. So I have it. I will always keep it for times like that, and then I don't have to take it anymore, and I'm good to go. Let's see. So today is day 2, the first day. Day 4 yesterday, I woke up. Yes, I was having seizures, and I was freaking out. Major bad. And I was coming out of myself. Yeah, it was high blood pressure. I had to take a pill. Today has been a good day. It's either good or it's bad. It's one or the other. And I'll tell you what, it's mostly bad every single day. It really is. And I'm getting off track. I know it. This is what happens. And I know my camera will probably die again, and I'll have to splice this one together. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh, that really upsets me big time. Oh, by the way, I'm in a different place. I'm not in my chair. So I don't know how this is going to look. But I just spent 30 minutes outside where it was beautiful, and filmed this. It was in 4 parts though. But it was so dark you couldn't see my face. The light I had set up, it wasn't enough light, and this part of my head was missing, so scrap that. So I decided to go ahead and do it again, and it's not going to be as good as the first one, I can tell you that. But anyway, this is day 2. Tomorrow will be day 3. You know, I don't know if I'm going to have withdrawals, you know, because usually withdrawals don't come on right away. It, you know, it just kind of, it takes, you know, into like 4 days, 5 days, you know, could be 6 days when you start experiencing some withdrawals before it's full-blown withdrawals. And being down, you know, going down, you know, after all this time from April to September now, okay, I'm still messed up. I'm still not right at all. You know, that's the thing I was going to say. The damage has been done. The brain is messed up. It doesn't know what's going on. It's trying to adjust. You know, you can't, there's no telling how long. There are people that are still suffering for years from getting off the drugs, you know, or maybe halving their drugs, whatever. They are, everything is rewired wrong. Your receptors, everything up there that's supposed to work, what you need for it to work right, you know, it was messed up anyway. That's why you got on these meds. But being on them for so long, I mean, even people that haven't been on it very long will, you know, still suffer, you know, and know, oh, look, something's going wrong. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling weird. They try to, okay, let's get off this pill. It's a nightmare. So we all know what that's like that watch these videos. I don't think people watch them just for fun. I think you watch them because you want to know, because you have a loved one or a friend, something like that, or maybe for yourself. But anyway, I wanted to show you something. This is my drug bag, you know, with everything that I need right with me all the time. My inhalant, you know, I have 2 of them, okay, and an emergency one. My pill cutter, which we all need, and we need a good pill cutter. This one really isn't good. It's wore out, so everything's not exact. My new migraine medicine, which I haven't taken. I try not to take any. If I'm trying to lower my drugs, I sure as heck don't want to take any drugs if I don't have to. And I will suffer as long as possible, you know, before I will take anything. So, you know, I've got my sodium I have to take twice every day. You know, my Seroquel, my Remeron, my Requip, my Triliptol for seizures, my clozapam, I'll just call it Klonopin. Everybody knows it by that name. My Zoloft, antidepressant, the only one in the world I can take, because it does not get along with most of these other drugs. Everything I tried ended up, the last one I was on, and this is just over a few months, put me in the emergency room every single time with serious side effects or rare allergic reactions, and the last one was I was major suicidal. And that's when I did tried to kill myself and ended up in a mental place, which totally could have caused me to lose my life, and not wanting to that time. because they jerked me off of my Klonopin and my Zoloft. For a week, I was in there. I did not know they did that. Sent me home, go to the pharmacist to get my pills, found out that I wasn't even on them, and I wondered why again. Anyway, I wondered why I was speeding. That was the first thing that started happening to me, speeding. When I got home, of course I was in a panic. I was scared to death. I started cleaning for a couple days, and then that's when the bottom dropped out. I'm talking about benzos withdrawals is like heroin withdrawals, and that antidepressant and that at the same time just jerked me off the crazy drugs that they kept putting me on to keep me from taking the other ones, and only God knows why they did that. And I thought that's what caused me to commit suicide, try to commit suicide, and it wasn't. It was the antidepressant, Prozac, the last one I was on, and my husband called the doctor. He refused to see me. He refused to see me. So here I am going through this, and then that happens to me, and then they, this isn't the first time I've been through this. Like I said, I've been 5 times in a mental ward, mental hospital, behavior health center, whatever you want to call it. And that psychiatrist, for 5 minutes in one day, if you're lucky, will mess you up big time. I have never left one of those places in better shape. I always had. If I didn't have worse problems, I had other problems. So to me, there is no hope unless you're a very rich person and you can afford the best there is somewhere in the country. But when you're on insurance, that's all they care about anyway. Get you in, get you out, make money. And the psychiatrists there try to treat everybody the same as far as meds, thinking that every single person is the same. It is so stupid. And the medicines that you've been on, that you have to be on, that are working, they mess around with those, take them away, change the dosages, change the amount that you take. They're horrible. It's horrible places, just like nursing homes. Horrible. You would rather be dead than to go in those places, because I'm telling you, they will really screw you up. I tried to be more positive in case somebody was in a bad way and needed to go, and if that is the only major reason why I would go. But you've got to have a psychiatrist, and a good one, and one that you've been to, and one that knows you, and a good pharmacist, and a good family physician is a must. But anyway, put me in the ER. The ER doctor told my husband, in front of me, that because that's what put me in there, was the seizures were they were withdrawal seizures, convulsions. They're considered seizures, and they were bad. So bad that my husband had to carry me. I meant the convulsions, the whole bed. I meant your blood pressure is skyrocketed. I meant it could kill you. He said so. Yes, these withdrawals from these medications can kill you. Um, so then went on the journey of pumping my body full of benzos again. It was my choice. I could keep on going, which there's no telling what would have happened to me. Put the benzos back in, get back on my Zoloft, quit trying other antidepressants. That's the only one I can take safely. And anyway, that's that story. But like I said, I'll try to do something every once in a while just to see how the Remeron thing's going. My only concern is that I hope I can still sleep, because that has changed and become a little more difficult. The other thing is that lots of people have experienced, when I was on the blood pressure pill, of course I started gaining weight, and men and women both, these pills never caused me any weight problems before, but the lower dose has really put on the pounds. I'm talking like 20 pounds of fat on this little, small frame that's always been so slim and trim, my whole life. And carrying all this weight is makes it hard to breathe. And of course, your clothes, I can't wear anything anymore. I have to have stretch pants and stuff like that, and big shirts. You can probably see it in my face. The other thing, when I was going through withdrawals, the second month of the 3 pills, while I was going through that, I experienced something I never experienced before, and that was the sensation of something crawling all over my body. And for some reason, it always happened at night, but it intensified where I was scratching. The itching was intense from head to toe. It affected my scalp. It affected my whole body. We're talking about sores and rashes, and then I become allergic to everything. I couldn't breathe the grass. I couldn't touch the grass. I couldn't, I had to wash my shoes. I had to wash my, if grass touched me, it just turned bright red and started spreading. I've never had allergies my whole life, I meant, there's food allergies that I do have, and of course chemicals because of my lungs, which I'm getting ready to light a cigarette, which I don't think I've ever done on a video, but if you've watched them, you've seen some smoke, so you know that's coming from a cigarette. But I'm going to light up. It's been a stressful day, although I said it was a good day, but, having to go to the psychiatrist, having to go anywhere, get ready to go anywhere is extremely difficult. No energy, feeling sick all the time, migraines all the time, feeling really messed up in my head, having the seizures, the jerking and the shaking, and that only happens when something goes wrong, or somebody didn't get my medicine right, or I didn't get my medicine, or I can't, it's usually always a medical issue of some kind, because staying on top of all these pills is really hard, and because they're not all due at the same time. I have neurologist, I have a family physician, I have a psychiatrist, I had a cardiologist, a urologist, bladder doctor, whatever. All these doctors, Anyway, I've got off track. Just keeping track of this is very stressful. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, so far so good. I'm cutting back. I don't like the way that I sleep. It takes a little longer to get to sleep. I've got to say that. I hope that getting off this Remeron isn't going to disturb that, being able to go to sleep, because I think the Seroquel being the most sedating, one, I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to mess with that. But whatever I can get, down to until I can get off, So I'm going to stay messed up, and I'm going to not be well, and I'm not going to be the person that I was probably for a long time. I don't know if I said it, I was thinking it, was going to say it before the camera cut off, but there's still people suffering, and they're so screwed up. Because there's just been too much damage. There's no telling with every person how long is it going to take. Just how long is it going to take? There's just no answer. There is no answer. It's just do the best you can. In my case, I got on medical disability years ago, so I don't have to work. Thank God. I have a husband that works and makes, so we can live. Of course, I don't see him except on Saturday and Sundays. He doesn't get home until late at night. It's always been that way. But there is so much that I said before that I'm not going to be able to say now, because the camera keeps quitting for some reason. I can't figure out this camera. I should have used my old one. I just want you to know that your views, watching them, seeing that people are watching them, means, it means something to everybody when people watch their, whatever it is they do, whatever they put on YouTube. And you just hope, that somebody has gotten something from it in some way or another. Boy, it was so much easier when I was sitting outside. It's so beautiful out there. But I would like to start doing these outside. So the next one I do, hopefully, will be outside. Get out and get some fresh air. And sunlight, which I need desperately. Oh yeah, all my blood work. was really, really good, except my cholesterol is way higher than it was, 270 to 280. Sodium was a little low. Organs, blood counts, good, 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 good. Let's see, what else? There was one thing. Oh, vitamin D. Depleted. So, I've been having to take that. I can't take vitamins. For some reason, my body doesn't like vitamins and can't take them, but I'm taking this one. They usually give me headaches, but, you know, I've got to have it. So the next time, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, let you know how I'm doing. Just wanted to say hi. It's been a while. And, maybe I'll talk a little bit more about, mental hospitals. Because, you know, that's big time. There's a lot to say about that. And since I've unfortunately had the experience many times, you know, there's so much that, you know, I could tell people, you know, because you walk into those places for the first time, you don't know what to expect. Of course, you can go to the same one, still not know what to expect, because everybody, the staff, who's ever on duty or whatever, doesn't always do everything exactly the same. Some let you get away with things, others don't, you know. The rules and regulations change all the time. But we'll just hit on a few things, you know, since I haven't done but one of those. And anyway, so that's just letting you know about my drugs, about my blood test, you know, that I'd mentioned in my the last part of my last video. And man, hope y'all have a great rest of the week. Thank you for watching my videos, especially. And if you watch my music slideshows, I appreciate that too. I got my home movies on there. I think I got 3 or 4 playlists. You know, if you check out my channel, there's quite a bit of stuff on there. A little bit of variety. But we'll just put this up there with the drug ones and include it. And I want to thank y'all once again. I'm being repetitious here, but it doesn't matter how much I thank you. I'll always continue to thank you, because you know, it's not my subscribers, which is nothing really, but the views. You know, I'm not ever gonna have mega views like, you know, most of the people on YouTube, but you know, just what I get, you know, every day, 1, 2, make the world of difference. It really does. Keeps you going. It does keep you going. I can see why people, you know, probably, you know, most of them make a living from doing this. So this is Karen from Oklahoma, and just God be with you and keep you safe until I see you again. Goodbye and good night.